20 Things Life Doesn't Tell You Until You're 45 Years Old. A Journey of Wisdom, Faith, and Discovery. Introduction. The Silent Lessons of Time. There comes a time in life when you stop and look back on the years behind you and realize that many truths are learned not through textbooks or advice from mentors, but through living itself. They are the kind of revelations that aren't listed in standard self-help guides, yet they shape the core of your experiences, choices, and understanding of the world. These truths are revealed through personal victories, heartbreaks, prayer, reflection, and the ordinary moments that become extraordinary in hindsight. By the time you reach your 45th birthday, or somewhere close, you've learned that life is a mixture of beauty, pain, joy, regrets, faith, and transformation. Some lessons come through trial and error. Others come through the gentle whisper of spiritual conviction. Many of these lessons may have eluded you in your younger years because, at that stage of life, you were too busy chasing, dreaming, or surviving to really pay attention. So, what are these things that life doesn't tell you until you're 45 years old? They are truths that empower you to live more purposefully, to embrace grace, to forgive fully, and to approach the remaining years of your life with wisdom, joy, and gratitude. This exploration reveals 20 profound lessons, grounded in spiritual truth, emotional intelligence, and practical wisdom, that can change the way you live from this moment forward. Whether you are on the cusp of 45, already there, or reflecting on these truths from the vantage point of younger years, this journey will inspire you to take ownership of your story, reconnect with your faith, and manifest greater joy in every area of life. So, if you are ready to open your heart, to dig deep, and to uncover the wisdom that time has offered, let's begin this journey together. 1. You can't plan every single thing. One of the most liberating truths you'll learn by the age of 45 is that life cannot always be planned. We are creatures of order and predictability, and naturally, we want to chart our lives step by step. But the reality is that life often unfolds in unexpected ways. Biblical insight. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. Jeremiah 29 verse 11. While this verse reminds us that God has a plan for us, it also reveals that our plans can only go so far. Sometimes, surrendering control and trusting God's greater plan brings peace, even when things don't go the way you imagined. Life is unpredictable. Embrace the adventure rather than resisting the detours. 2. Time is your most precious asset. When you're young, you believe time is infinite. You assume you'll always have time to make changes, pursue dreams, or fix broken relationships. But as the years roll by, you come to realize that time is your most precious commodity, and you can never get it back. At 45, you understand the urgency of using time wisely. Every moment counts, whether you're spending it with family, pursuing a passion, or investing in personal growth. The question becomes, what am I doing with my time? Reflection. Ask yourself, am I spending my time on things that align with my purpose? Am I prioritizing the things that truly matter? Time management becomes less about rigid schedules and more about purpose-driven choices. Choose wisely. 3. Relationships shape your entire life. The relationships you build or fail to build define your happiness, fulfillment, and mental well-being. By 45, you've come to understand that relationships are not just about proximity or shared experiences. They are about connection, trust, and intentional effort. Some relationships will fade, and that's okay. You will learn that toxic relationships don't have to be endured. You will also learn the profound value of investing in relationships that bring joy, peace, and encouragement into your life. Biblical insight. A friend loves at all times, and a brother is born for a time of adversity. Proverbs 17 verse 17. Nurture friendships. Seek out companionship that builds you, strengthens you, and reminds you of the beauty of love. 4. Forgiveness is the key to freedom. By the time you're 45, you'll learn that unforgiveness is like carrying a heavy weight every day. Holding on to resentment, anger, or bitterness only poisons your heart and steals your peace. Forgiveness is a choice, and though it isn't always easy, it is always worth it. Forgiveness doesn't mean you condone wrongdoing. It means you release the pain and give yourself permission to heal. Jesus' teachings. For if you forgive other people when they sin against you, your heavenly Father will also forgive you. Matthew 6, verse 14. Forgive not because they deserve it, but because you deserve peace. 5. Not everyone will understand your journey. By 45, you've probably learned a hard lesson. You can't explain your path to everyone. Not everyone will understand your choices, your faith, your vision, or your struggles. And that's okay. The key is to trust your journey, even if others doubt it. Trust that you are walking your path for a reason, and that's enough. Encouragement. Your journey is unique. You are not here to live for others' validation, but to live in alignment with your faith, values, and purpose. 6. Health is wealth. Many people only learn this lesson the hard way. By the time you reach 45, you'll understand that physical health, mental well-being, and spiritual health are interconnected. You cannot ignore your body or your mind without consequences. Take care of yourself. Prioritize rest, exercise, nutrition, and emotional clarity. Treat your body and mind as the temples they are. Biblical reminder. Do you not know that your bodies are temples of the Holy Spirit, who is in you? 1 Corinthians 6, verse 19. Listen to your body. Seek healing through faith, rest, and intentional self-care. 7. There's no such thing as perfection. Perfection is a lie. It traps you in comparison, fear, and endless striving. By 45, you'll learn that progress is far more fulfilling than perfection. You'll learn to embrace your flaws, to celebrate growth, and to rest in the grace of imperfection. Life is messy, and that's okay. Key truth. You don't have to have it all figured out. You only need to be faithful in your journey. 8. You are more resilient than you think. When setbacks come, you may feel broken or defeated. But by the time you're 45, you'll realize just how resilient you are. Every trial you overcame has built a foundation for strength, wisdom, and faith. Reflection. Ask yourself, how have my struggles prepared me for greater victories? Resilience isn't about ignoring pain, but learning from it. 9. You learn to let go of the need for approval. By the time you hit 45, you'll come to a profound realization. You don't need everyone's approval to live your life fully and authentically. Many years are spent seeking validation from others, but in truth, their opinions don't define your worth. At some point, you must shift your focus from pleasing others to honoring your own values, faith, and path. Authentic living comes from embracing who you are without the weight of external judgment. Biblical insight. Am I now trying to win the approval of men or of God? Or am I trying to please people? If I were still trying to please people, I would not be a servant of Christ. Galatians 1 verse 10. Freedom comes when you live to please God and yourself, not every person in your life. 10. The seasons of life are beautiful and temporary. Life is composed of seasons. Times of joy, times of sorrow, times of prosperity, and times of testing. By 45, you'll learn that no season lasts forever. Just as spring leads to summer and summer turns into fall, your current struggles will pass and new blessings will come. This perspective will allow you to approach each season with faith and gratitude, knowing that change is inevitable but always purposeful. Reflection. Remind yourself, this season will pass. And when it does, I'll emerge stronger. 11. Your story matters. You are a living story, woven by God's hands and experiences that have defined you. Many people, especially in their younger years, believe their lives don't matter. But the truth is, your story is a testament of faith, strength, and perseverance. Your journey is purpose, and the lives you touch matter. Sharing your story has the power to encourage, inspire, and bring healing to others. Key idea. Your life isn't random. Every part of it is meaningful. 12. Material wealth won't solve all your problems. You'll learn by 45 that while financial stability is a blessing, money doesn't buy happiness, inner peace, or spiritual fulfillment. True wealth comes from contentment, faith, generosity, and gratitude, not just bank balances. When you prioritize spiritual wealth and invest in relationships and experiences, you find peace that money can never provide. Reflection. Ask yourself, what does wealth truly mean to me? Is it aligned with my purpose and faith? 13. Every person you meet has a lesson to teach you. By this age, you'll understand that every relationship, whether joyful, painful, short-lived, or enduring, teaches you something about yourself, your faith, or your journey. People are mirrors reflecting your growth, fears, strengths, and weaknesses. Learn to listen deeply. Even when a person challenges you, ask yourself, what can I learn here? Proverbs 27 verse 17. As iron sharpens iron, so one person sharpens another. Every encounter can refine you if you allow it. 14. Healing is a journey, not a destination. Many people believe healing should be instant, but by 45, you'll learn that healing is a process, not a single moment of transformation. Whether you're healing from loss, disappointment, or wounds, the path to wholeness involves time, faith, and intentional effort. You are a work in progress, and God's grace will carry you through. Biblical reminder: He heals the brokenhearted and binds up their wounds. Psalm 147 verse 3. Trust the journey. 15. You must learn to trust God's timing. When you're younger, impatience is common. You want everything now. But by 45, you'll learn to trust that God's timing is always perfect. His delays are never denials. They're opportunities to build faith, patience, and preparation. Waiting isn't always easy, but it leads to growth and trust. Key question to ask yourself: what am I learning in this season of waiting? 16. Self-care is not selfish. Many people struggle with guilt when they prioritize their well-being, but you'll learn by 45 that self-care is essential, not selfish. Taking care of your mind, body, and soul is not about selfishness. It's about stewardship. You cannot pour into others unless you first ensure your own cup is full. Practical tip: prioritize rest, boundaries, and nourishment. 17. Gratitude changes your perspective. By 45, you've probably faced ups and downs, challenges and victories. One of the most powerful ways to shift your perspective is by adopting gratitude as a daily practice. You'll learn that gratitude isn't about ignoring pain, but finding beauty in the small moments. Gratitude practice. Every day, take a moment to reflect on 3 things you're grateful for. Gratitude unlocks joy, even during life's storms. 18. True freedom comes from letting go. Life teaches you that freedom isn't found in perfection or control. It's found in surrender. Letting go of resentment, control, expectations, and grudges opens the door to peace. You can't control everything, but you can choose peace. Reflection. Ask yourself, what am I holding on to that is stealing my peace? Release it through faith and trust. 19. You'll learn to embrace change. Change can be terrifying, but by 45, you'll learn that change is necessary for growth. The ability to adapt, to let go of the old, and step into the new will become one of your greatest strengths. Key insight: embrace change with faith rather than fear. The unknown can lead to blessings. 20. You have the power to define your happiness. Ultimately, happiness is a choice. You'll learn that happiness doesn't depend on circumstances, but on how you approach life, choose gratitude, and respond to challenges. You can find joy in the present moment, no matter how small or difficult the circumstances. Final encouragement: choose joy, choose faith, choose to live with purpose. Conclusion: walking in wisdom and faith. Life is not just a journey through years. It's a journey through revelations, growth, faith, and choices. By 45, you're equipped with the wisdom to live more fully, purposefully, and spiritually. These 20 lessons are more than just observations. They are invitations to shift perspectives, renew faith, and align your life with God's promises. The journey doesn't end here. Every new day is another opportunity to live intentionally, to embrace joy, to learn, and to deepen your faith. You are stronger, wiser, and more resilient than you realize. Trust in God's plan, trust in your journey, and trust in yourself. Now step into your purpose with renewed faith and confidence. Your best years are still ahead. Kindly subscribe, like, follow, and comment.